Hey there, I'm Tony DeCopel. This, of course, is The Uplift. We got a great show for you, a great cast of characters as well. Among them these, a woman who gave up her baby for adoption, but that didn't keep them apart. Learn more about their special bond that's coming up. Plus, a group of kids who've been writing to pen pals all throughout the school year and then finally came face to face with these long-distance buddies. Plus, a 102-year-old woman who had a chance encounter with our David Begnaud at the airport of all places left a lasting impression on him. Her secret to a long and happy life and her friendship with David, that's coming up as well. And 3 siblings teach us an invaluable and emotional lesson about grief and finding light even amid the darkness. All that and more heartwarming news. You know what you're watching. This is The Uplift. Hey there, welcome to The Uplift, the show that lifts you up for at least the next 30 minutes, you and me as well. Our first story is in the life of Riley habit, you might say. Steve Hartman introduces us to a woman who gave birth to Riley and then had to give Riley up for adoption, tragically, but that was not the end of this story.
Good morning. I'm here with Meryl.
Hi.
Who's here with our word of the day.
Grace. Emmett, you got a definition for us?
Sure. So when you show someone grace, you're loving and accepting them for who they are. You're not asking them to change or conform. And grace is like a form of next level kindness, if you will.
Like kindness 201.
Right.
And I also believe that I saw it defined as compassionate understanding.
That's good too. Of course, it's always easier to understand these words when we have an example. So here's a story pulled from our library about a child born into a world of pure grace.
Just outside Salt Lake City, 46-year-old Shauna Austin is about to let you in on a secret.
I've never talked about it, ever.
When Shauna was 20 and single, she got pregnant. Says she wasn't ready to be a mom, so she made the decision to place her baby for adoption. It wasn't easy.
Do you remember holding him the first time?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. What was that like?
He was perfect. And I knew I would have him for a short time. So I made every minute count with him.
She called the boy Riley and says she held him for 72 hours straight until the time came to let go.
Her Riley was now somebody else's Stephen. And at this point, like with most closed adoptions, a firewall went up between Shauna and Stephen's new parents. No communication whatsoever. And this went on for about a week.
It was like, okay, this is the way it should be. She is part of our family.
Adoptive parents Jennifer and Chris Schobinger say they had no interest in excluding the birth mother.
You know, you can't have too many people loving you, right? Why couldn't he be both of ours?
So, year after year, they sent Shauna piles of pictures and these bound books detailing Stephen's every major and minor milestone, like this complete list of his vocabulary. All so that when Shauna was ready and Stephen was ready, they could pick up right where they left off. The two reunited when Stephen was 7. Shauna taught him how to fish, and they have been reeling in the memories ever since.
I was blessed beyond words.
I kind of got best of both worlds for sure.
Stephen is now 26, married with a brand new boy of his own, much to the delight of Grandma Shauna.
That was really special. It just brought that full circle around.
Especially when she heard the baby's name. Riley.
Oh.
Felt like that name was just supposed to be in the family.
I think the lesson we've learned is that sometimes we create barriers where barriers don't need to be. And when we pull down those barriers, we really find love on the other side.
Words of wisdom to help us all live the life of Riley.
Oh my gosh, he's so cute.
Chris and Jennifer Schobinger join us now. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi, Steve.
How is Riley?
Oh, adorable. Absolutely love him.
How old now?
Yeah, he is, what, almost 2.5?
Yeah.
What made you decide to show so much grace for Shauna?
I don't know. It's weird. It didn't feel like it was just a decision. It just felt natural.
Yeah, she showed us grace first. And that's an easy thing to reciprocate.
What do you think stops people from showing grace more often?
I think we all put up walls, right? Because we're scared, because we don't agree with someone else. But grace doesn't like to live behind walls. I mean, kindness is a sign on the doormat that says welcome. But grace is that small print underneath that says, our relationship with you means everything. And we are so blessed to have you and to know you.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us.
Thank you so much. Yep. Bye-bye.
You know, like you said before, Meryl, this is sort of a master's class in kindness. But grace is our ultimate goal. And I think the story of Riley gets us all one step closer to finding it. We'll see you next time.
Until then, stay kind.
Coming up, another Steve Hartman story, another chance to find yourself crying in the mid-afternoon. Don't you worry, though. There's always a lesson, though, in Kindness 101.
As much as I know it hurts us all, we have to remember that he is in a better place now.
Don't try to ignore the pain. Try to bring in the pain full force. Because if you keep those emotions locked up inside, those emotions never go away. You just have to let it go.
You are looking at a stallion named Thunder being put out to pasture for the very first time. The Polk County Sheriff's Office rescued Thunder and more than a dozen other animals from a home in Lake Wales, Florida, and deputies said these animals were neglected. Thunder, in fact, had been kept in a small stall in a barn and was not doing well. When he finally got to run free, though, you can see how he reacted. He's now, the good news, at a temporary home where he can at least gallop outside at last. All right, we now introduce you to a group of pen pals that have never met in person. That is until recently when they decided to put a face to the name that was signing those letters. Here's Joe Van Ryn from CBS News, Minnesota.
Excitement is in the air at Crooked Lake Elementary School as these third graders meet some new friends from a different generation.
Having that connection piece between seniors and kids has been really rewarding. Everybody is so excited to meet their pen pal today.
Since September, they've been corresponding back and forth.
It's been really helping people connect in a way that I don't think they even realized they would love.
Learning all about each other, one letter at a time.
It was fun because he would tell me stuff that I didn't know before.
Told them a little bit about I lived on a farm. I'm a farm boy.
I've looked forward to this all year because I think that their letters have been absolutely wonderful.
We just really like to talk to each other.
Well, usually they are talking about their pets. And of course they ask how old we are, and they get a little bit shocked when they hear how old we are.
For the seniors, the letters are a special way to connect in a time in life when connections can be scarce.
When you're older, you don't have as many contacts, so it's good to receive greetings from pen pals.
It's also a way to reflect back.
They write and say, "What games did you play as a kid?" And I have to think about that.
For the kids,
really nice. I like my pen pal.
The letters are an exciting gift.
It was like kind of getting like a Christmas present. Like getting something like, because I've never had a pen pal before, so this is my first time having a pen pal.
It was really fun to learn about her story and I couldn't wait to meet her, and now it finally came.
A way to learn more about those who came before them.
There's something really magical about seniors and kids being in a room together, just the age difference, learning how to communicate with seniors that may be hard of hearing or walking slower, and just kind of being mindful of maybe not experiencing that type of relationship very often.
And of course, a way to learn some real life skills.
Really great opportunity for the kids to practice their writing skills, organizing their thoughts in letters, editing, publishing, revising. Great opportunity for them to connect in the community with somebody that they wouldn't normally connect with.
After some treats and conversation, the kids showed their senior pen pals all around their school. And while these kids are just starting out in life and their new friends have decades of stories and wisdom to share, one thing's for sure, a simple letter can go a long way.
Such a simple act, but the purpose that it gives people, knowing that there's someone out there that you're connected to, it's just those little things that really make a difference.
Coming up, a chance encounter at O'Hare Airport brought David Begnaud and Beatrice Steber together. David will tell us in a moment how this short meeting left a lasting impression on him.
I never paid attention to age, never.
I asked her secret to longevity.
I drove until I was 98. You roll with the punches.
Amen.
That's the truth.
Amen. But any secrets, anything you did that you think...
Secret to me.
We know David Begnaud travels a whole lot for work, and he often meets people with incredible stories and inspiring lives up until that very moment. And it was actually at an airport in Chicago that Begnaud met Beatrice Steber, who ended up being the subject of this next story.
Here's a B.
Y'all meet my buddy, Beatrice Steber.
Good.
We met at the Chicago airport just a few months ago.
Oh, David, I watch CBS. I love
Her daughter-in-law introduced me to this 102-year-old Jim.
I never paid attention to age, never.
I asked her secret to longevity.
I drove until I was 98. You roll with the punches.
Amen.
That's the truth.
Amen. But any secrets, anything you did that you think...
The secret to me
Yep.
is attitude and gratitude. Attitude and gratitude. Attitude and gratitude.
I love that. I posted her bits of wisdom on social media, and there were nearly 9 million views and some 17,000 comments. The people wanted more Beatrice, so I flew back to Chicago, where she's lived since 1953.
Oh, Mel.
She was married to her late husband, Robert, for 52 years. They raised 2 sons, Jay, 77, and Dean, who's 68.
Ken takes very good care of me.
She's so well beloved here in the building. Her mind is so sharp, I would never take her as to be 100+ years old.
I tell you, I'm always taken for 70. Not only that, there are a couple 70s that look like they're 102.
Beatrice still grocery shops for herself and deep cleans the apartment she has lived in for more than 40 years.
Want an egg? Okay. Tell Grace she should come and eat.
This one?
Who is it?
It's David.
Oh, David. All right, wait a minute.
Okay. Look at you!
Hello!
You look fantastic.
Hello, you gorgeous.
You look fantastic. Hello, my dear.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you. Where you been?
Are you ready for a field trip? Let's go.
Our first stop was her favorite pizzeria. Look at this young girl said, Beatrice is my life goals. I love her attitude. Oh, Beatrice, you are my inspiration. What did everybody think when you went viral on social media?
I got 1 million calls. I saw you on time. I got a letter from someone I never met.
When you met me in the airport, you probably didn't know what to think. You were just like, here's this guy asking.
Oh, you came over. You're delicious. What can I tell you? The word is delicious.
With all she's seen in 102 years, her view on life is not complicated. It's profoundly simple.
When you plod along.
You plod along.
And you find the humor, and you say thank you for the trees, thank you for the rain, thank you for life. Life is a miracle.
And thank you for random encounters at the airport. Up next, I surprised her with some of her social media fans.
Beatrice, you are amazing.
That's Danielle from Long Island, New York.
I live in a world where I couldn't even imagine the response. We met by accident.
I watch it every day. Every day. You bring a smile. I shared it with my friends, my family. You have brought so much joy, and I really thank you so much for bringing light to this dark world, you know? You're amazing!
Thank you, sweetheart.
Attitude is gratitude.
It better not go to my head.
Attitude is gratitude.
Next was Carmel from New Jersey.
That she changed my life for the better. Sometimes I used to be a little bit sad, but after I see her, I want to live. I want to live. Especially when you say, attitude is gratitude.
Everybody loved her line, attitude and gratitude. That is one of her secrets. Oh, and we had one more.
Are you going here to what? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Happy birthday to you. We met her family at her favorite restaurant to celebrate her 102nd and a half birthday.
Mom, happy birthday to you and many more.
Because she is just the kind of person you want to celebrate every moment you get.
Make a wish.
I will. Thank you, God.
Coming up, a story about grief, which at first might not seem so uplifting, but in every Kindness 101 story, Steve Hartman brings us a powerful lesson. This time, the lesson we learn is delivered by three siblings who found a way to get through dark times and find the light once again. Grief is not a light subject, but Steve Hartman's Kindness 101 series found a way to teach us a lesson about it with the help of three very young siblings who learned a whole lot about a very deep emotion.
The giggles are slowly returning to the Shopper family of Charlotte, North Carolina, 2 months after the saddest moment of their young lives.
Turtle.
The loss of their dog, Turtle.
You're mad at life. You're mad at God for allowing that, right? He was more than just a pet. He was family.
Clay, Ruby, and Maeve adored that dog. He was their pillow and comforter, their forever photobomb and omnipresent smile maker. Which is why, when he died from a spinal condition, the kids asked their mom, Nikki, if there was anything they could do to stop their pain.
And I didn't have anything to say, you know, because when you're in it, when you're really deep in it, it feels like it will never end.
For many kids, losing a pet is grief 101, their first taste of that most bitter heartache. And although there is no one right way to process grief, when Turtle died, these kids thought the most important thing would be to not grieve alone. So they planned a celebration of life and invited all their neighbors, both two-legged and four.
So we just decided that could help us.
Yeah, he wrote dogs welcome, humans tolerated.
On the invitations, yeah.
Because just sitting in a house with no dogs or anything, just sitting there, it's not that fun.
The service was back in March. There were dogs, lots of dogs, and of course, a eulogy.
As much as I know it hurts us all, we have to remember that he is in a better place now.
It helped them feel like they weren't alone in the pain.
A month later, The kids now have a new puppy named Cody and a message for any child or adult struggling with the loss of any pet or person.
Don't try to ignore the pain. Try to bring in the pain full force, because if you keep those emotions locked up inside, those emotions never go away. You just have to let it go.
Good advice from a kid already wise beyond his dog years. Steve Hartman, on the road in Charlotte.
That is our show. I hope it brightened your day. I hope it lifted you up. If for some reason it didn't, go ahead, press play again. Those reruns still totally free. I'm going to go find some good news. See you next time.